Hey guys, welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. In today's video, I wanted to have a chat. It's been a while since I've done one of these just general discussions around my free-to-play account and what I'm actually doing, because things have massively changed for me, the way I view this game and what I actually want to do with my summons and stuff like that. Because when the game first started, I was that guy who was always like, why would I go for a light cone or an eidolon on a character when I could just get another character which gives me something else that I can do in the game and something else that I can play with. And in recent times, I've changed that perspective, and this is not me telling you that you should be doing this, because at the end of the day, the game is about fun. It's not the most stressful game on earth, so you guys can do whatever you want, but I want to talk about it from a perspective of one, account strength, but two, also enjoyment in the characters that you really like. But before we get into it, guys, I have to give Honor of Kings a massive shout out for sponsoring this video. And if you do want to play the game, I will have a link in the description below that you can use to go ahead and download it today. Honor of Kings is a fast-paced 5v5 mobile MOBA game that brings together diverse playstyles and tactical gameplay so that each player has a chance to display their own unique gaming style and lead their team to victory. Honor of Kings has a wide selection of characters of different styles from different backgrounds, with mythological characters from all over the world, and with such a diverse roster of characters, there is something for everyone. You'll be able to find a character that can fit the playstyle that is going to complement you best. Currently, the ultimate freebie frenzy is going on inside Honor of Kings, where if you log in between June 20th and July 21st, on your first day you will get a welcome gift care package that will get you off to a good start in the game. Then after that, they have the daily freebie frenzy, where as you log in each day, you will be welcomed with even more rewards to help advance your account. Once again, a massive shout out goes to Honor of Kings for sponsoring this video, and if you do want to play the game, I will have that link in the description below that you can go ahead and download now. So like I mentioned, at the start, I would only go for new characters. I would not go for light cones. But I have backflipped on that, because with the last two characters that I have summoned for, which are Acheron and also Firefly, I went the complete opposite approach. And what I found, especially with Acheron, and when we looked to Acheron's light cone, there was a lot of talk when she came out about her light cone and how strong it was. And, you know, for me, it's not so much about just the raw strength of it, but it's getting that extra stack. It's the fluidity of the play of the character that feels good. And if there's a character that you like the playstyle of, and then you can make that playstyle feel even better, then I think that is something worth going for over getting just another additional character. And we are in the phase of the game where they have been releasing some ridiculously strong characters, and my approach now is to wait for those ridiculously strong characters and go heavy investment into them. So what I did with Acheron was I went for Acheron and I went for her light cone. Then, you guys know I've been the biggest Firefly, basically Sam, fan in the game forever, and I've been saving a ton for her. Now, unfortunately, if you're wondering what happened with my Sam summons, I was going to stream them, but my internet was dog shit because I'm in Australia, obviously. And then I ended up recording them, and I accidentally had my mic muted. But we did pretty well. I'll show you in a minute how we went on summons. But with Firefly, my goal was to get her to E2 at bare minimum. Because E2 on Firefly not only made her really strong, but gave her additional enjoyment in the playstyle. Now, once again, this is subjective. You don't have to. You may not enjoy it, and you may just enjoy getting a bunch of characters to acquisition and then playing with them like that. But if there is something that mechanically changes a character, that is something that I like. The first time I saw this, but I didn't go for it because the character I wasn't too fond of, was Imbibitor Lunae. That E2 Imbibitor Lunae was a crazy change. Then with Firefly, we get the E1, which now you save skill points, which makes her more comfortable to play. Then you get her E2, which is then allowing her to take additional turns and just absolutely demolish, and that was too good for me. So that is why I went for E2 Firefly, and I ended up going for her light cone as well. I'll show you the results in a sec, and that's also why I went for Acheron and her light cone. Now, possibly I would have gone deeper into Acheron if she was after Firefly and I had spare stuff and gone for some eidolons, but I knew I wanted to go heavy into Firefly, and luckily I got some luck. So that is what I am doing. Let me know what you guys think. Moving forward, I am probably just going to save until I see another one of those characters that I think is just completely game breaking. Now, the ones I am looking for are the DPS that I'm going to heavily invest into. Sometimes it may be a support, but supports for me, like I've got Run May, I missed out on Sparkle. Getting the extra stuff into supports, it just feels more of a numbers game that they offer, whereas it doesn't offer the playstyle sort of thing that the DPS often have in their upgrades. Now, there is exceptions to that as well, but I'm just like, I'm that DPS guy who likes having a beefy DPS, and I figure as long as I have supports are generally good across the board. Obviously, like Run May, like you can get upgrades into her and it's like GG's, but I like having it into the DPS, and then I'll pick up single copies of the supports and the sustains as I go along if I want to, and focus in that heavy investment into DPS when I see that next level crazy DPS that I also like. It just so happens that Acheron was cool as hell and Firefly was cool as hell, and they were both cool OP characters, but I think they kind of design it that way that the cool characters are going to be OP. But with that bit of conversation out of the way, let's jump over to my account. I want to show you guys where my account is at, my free-to-play account, and I want to show you how my summons actually went on Firefly, because we did get pretty decently lucky. So we'll jump over. Okay, so here we are in my account. So as you can see, you can have a look at what I got over here. You know, we're cooking all right. Now, also in my summons, I did get the off-banner Bronya, so I am currently building up my Bronya. I haven't rushed into it or anything. And then I did also get her light cone, because I actually hit her light cone on the standard banner, but I also hit it when I was going for Firefly's light cone. Firefly's light cone was triggering to me, but we had a bloody win after it, which I'll show you guys in a sec. But yeah, you know, like I've got my Run May, like my two basic teams now that I run, this team up the top, and then I run the Acheron with Silverwolf and Pella, and then Fushwen. Those are my two teams, and that's what I run. Now, I know my sustains aren't the optimized sustain, but I don't really care. I still get the job done that I need to get done. And as you can see here, the Acheron, we did get the light cone on. You can see my stats. My stats aren't crazy on these characters either. My Firefly, I have been getting absolutely shafted in going for the gear for her. Like we're not cooking too hard. Now we do have the light cone, remember, so when we look at our break effect at 231, I'm not really happy with it. But as you can tell over here, we do have the E2 on the Firefly. Now let's quickly go ahead and show you guys how the summons went over here in the details. So if we go view details and we go over to the records, you can see we got the Firefly there on that one, and then if we, dude, I swear this button never works for me. So we had the Firefly there. Let's, dude, why is the arrow the biggest piece of shit in the game? Like this arrow, it just never works for me. I don't even know why. Wait, did I skip past it? Like this arrow, it just wants to ruin me. Okay, here we go. Okay, so there you go. You can see there, we had to go to a pity. We had to go to a pity there to get the Firefly, but we did get the back-to-back Firefly, which was huge. And if we keep going back, so that was at page 17. We can see here, boom, boom, boom. I could use that website, but I don't even know how to use it. Boom, boom. And there we go. We had the other Firefly. So we lucked out on the Fireflies. Yes, we did have to go to a pity, but we did hit the 50-50 and win the 50-50 every time on the Firefly, which was absolutely huge. Now, that is where we went. So that was 25 pages. So 125 summons got me the 3 Firefly copies, which was pretty big. Then I went on her light cone. Her light cone, I went beyond soft pity to get it. And after I won 3 50-50s, we lost. We lost the 75, and in 2 more pulls, we actually managed to get it. So that is what happened with my Firefly, and that is why now my Firefly is completely stacked in terms of Eidolons and Light Cone. As for her relics, dude, like we are getting absolutely shafted, but that is where we're at. But like I said, this is where my account's at. Now, if we go to my account and we go ahead and we go and look at the game modes, we are at the point now, if I go over to, over here. So you can see Pure Fiction is the only one I semi-struggle with. Now, I only auto because I'm lazy. And Pure Fiction, I just simply don't enjoy. Now, Pure Fiction, yes, I could pull for a character for it, but I still have my 300 pull selector, and I'm tossing up on E1 Bronya or getting a Himiko. I think we're going to get a Himiko, and then that will make the Pure Fiction even more of a breeze. Also, I got to work on gearing up like my herder and stuff like that. She's still trash. But Pure Fiction is just a game mode that I never really enjoyed. But I have to like properly manual this, and manualing trash is just tedious to me. As for Forgotten Hall and Apocalyptic Shadow, that stuff is just straight breeze. We got the Acheron team, we got the Firefly team, and that was my ploy in why I wanted to go heavy into the two characters that I thought were going to have the best longevity for my account until I can save up a ton to where I can do the same on the next level of power creep. Because I feel like Firefly and Acheron are our power creep level that it will stay at for a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. But it's kind of like when Imbibalune and Jigglypuff came out. Those two held their spot for a long time before the power creep started rolling in. And I feel like we will get a little bit of time where Firefly and Acheron sort of hold strong on their meta position at the moment. Once again, it doesn't have to matter about meta either. If a really cool mech character comes out and it's not that crazy, but I like it, I will do the same thing, because I also like just going for characters that I like in this game. Because at the end of the day, worst case, you miss out on 1 star here and you missed out on like 60 jades. It ain't the end of the world, guys. It really ain't. But that's where I'm at. You know, I just play the game pretty cruisy now. I'm not too stressed about, like I said, doing Pure Fiction for all stars, because it's one of those things where, you know, it's just too much effort to match your Pure Fiction for what you get out of it for the 60 jades. So that is where I'm at. Like I said, let me know what you guys are doing, what your philosophy is. I'm probably going to be skipping Jade personally. I just don't see the need for her on my account. Like I said, I probably do technically need her because I am struggling there. But I think if I just upgrade my gear a bit, build the Himiko, upgrade my Herder, we will be pretty good to go ahead and start pumping out that Pure Fiction. It's really just dependent on what the debuff is in Pure Fiction, on whether I 3-star it or whether I 2-star it. So that's kind of where we're at. But once again, that is just the changing of my view of characters. I originally in the game viewed it as I just want to get as many characters as possible so I have many toys to play with. But it's kind of like that thing, like maybe if I just get a really good toy, then I won't care about having a lot of crap toys. And that's kind of where I'm at. But anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are. What are you saving for? What are you pulling for? How deep did you go on Firefly? I know a lot of people went E2 on Firefly, so let me know how your pulls went. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.